Hey guys, Coach Run the Pound here. Figured I'd do a call-in recruiting update on what's happened in the last 3 or 4 weeks with Georgia's recruiting for this season. We've signed, so far right now, we've inked 10 players coming into week 9. We still got about a few more guys left on the board right now. We'll discuss that later, but I'll just get started with I'll start with the oldest commitments we have from a few weeks ago, starting off with free safety Robert West. He's a junior college sophomore out of Virginia. He's got great speed and acceleration. He's going to be a solid tackler, hard hitter, and once we can coach him up on playing in space, he's going to be a heck of a free safety. That's one of the players we always look for every year is a good safety with some decent speed that can really cover in space, and he fits the bill perfectly. So with the depth we have there right now, he'll probably get a year to redshirt and probably get at least 2 seasons out of him after that. So we're excited about him. Next guy we signed was kicker Ben Green out of Ohio. We beat out Ohio State, who was coming on strong at the end. One thing you'll note about Ben Green is he's got a strong leg. Maybe not the most accurate leg, but he can definitely boot it. Right now we're sitting on a junior on the roster right now, and he's having a heck of a season. He's already hit one from 61 and 62 yards. So you know, I guess Green saw that, and that we'll take chances with the field goal unit, and you know, wants to showcase what he's got one day down the road. So it's yet to be determined on if our junior's going to stay around or not. So there's a chance this guy could redshirt, or he could be starting next year. So we'll see. After Green, we signed the same week we signed fullback Pat Roth. He's from Georgia. Looking at his attributes there, you can see that he does have a little bit of room to improve. But coming in as a fullback, I mean, you know, his blocking skills may not be completely polished. He's in high school. He's been used more of as a running type fullback, but and we'll utilize that on the short yardage downs whenever his time comes. He'll get a year to redshirt. We've got some pretty good players there right now. One's about to graduate, another one's a sophomore, so he'll have at least 1 year to get ready to play. Next up, in the past couple of weeks, we've signed 2 solid 5-star prospects. First one was Tony Van. He's a wide receiver out of Texas. Georgia had to really fight for this guy, beating out Alabama and Texas there in the end. We'd had to kind of up in there on whether or not we were going to sign him based on other recruits we were going after. But once one of our other wide receiver prospects jumped to Missouri, we went ahead and you know, put on the full court press, try to bring him back into the fold. And you know, he had given Alabama a soft commit, and you know, we shored him up after a visit. So he's a great wide receiver with great hands. He's not the quickest wide receiver right now, but he does have a lot of you know, that'll improve over time. His ability to run routes, to catch the pass, and to break off of a press coverage were things that really stood out to us. He's going to be a heck of a receiver for us down the road. Along with him, we brought in the #1 player in the nation, athlete Marcus Vincent, who will be a wide receiver for us and will most likely step on the field next year, probably in the slot position. He's got elite speed. He's 6'6", 200 and something. And we were able to hold off, win the battle against Alabama and Missouri. He's got great ball skills, good hands. He can run good routes, and again, like I said, he's a speedy receiver at 6'6". That could be lethal for any defense we play against. Last couple of guys we've signed in the last week were defensive end Ken O'Brien. He's from Georgia. He's quick. He can get off the blocks, but he does need to gain a little bit of weight and get a little stronger before he's able to see action in the SEC. Last guy we signed this past week was 4-star defensive tackle Kurt Nance. He's from Georgia. Another player that was born and raised in Georgia and always wanted to be a Bulldog. Looks to be a solid prospect in a few years. He needs to gain strength and improve his tenacity on the defensive line in order to get some considerable playing time, and that'll all come as he develops as a player. Right now we're still sitting on needing a few more guys. That we're sitting at 10. We're still targeting a couple other guys, offensive lineman, middle linebacker, halfback, a punter, and an athlete. We're hoping to shore up at least 3 out of the 5 on those guys within the next few weeks, and see what the roster is looking like heading in that off season. I think we have 19 total spots available right now, and we'll be happy to sign 14 or 15 going into the off season. So that's where the dog right now, sitting right at the beginning of week 9. Hopefully we can do another update in a couple weeks and hopefully finish up this class.